Imagine swimming in a calm river, when suddenly, an invisible force stronger than a household electrical outlet surges through the water. No warning. No loud sound. Just one powerful shock. This isn't science fiction. It's the incredible reality of the electric eel, one of the most fascinating predators on Earth. But here's the biggest surprise: despite its name, the electric eel isn't actually an eel at all. It's a type of knife fish that has evolved one of the most extraordinary biological weapons ever discovered. Today, we're diving deep into the hidden world of this living battery, uncovering how it creates electricity, hunts its prey, and even protects itself using a power source built entirely by nature. Let's begin. For centuries, people living near the Amazon River told stories about mysterious fish capable of knocking horses into the water with powerful electric shocks. Many dismissed these stories as myths. But they were true. The electric eel lives in the slow-moving rivers and flooded forests of South America, especially throughout the Amazon and Orinoco River basins. These waters are often muddy and dark, making it difficult to see. Instead of relying on eyesight, the electric eel evolved something much more powerful. Electricity. Adult electric eels can grow over 8 feet, or about 2.5 meters, long and weigh more than 40 pounds. Their bodies may look simple, but inside them lies one of the most sophisticated electrical systems in the animal kingdom. But here's what makes the electric eel even more incredible: it doesn't use electricity only as a weapon. It actually uses electricity to see. The rivers of the Amazon are often so dark and muddy that visibility is almost zero. In these conditions, relying on eyesight would be nearly impossible. So the electric eel developed a remarkable ability called electrolocation. It constantly releases tiny, low-voltage electrical pulses into the surrounding water. When these pulses hit an object, whether it's a fish, a rock, or a fallen branch, they bounce back as tiny disturbances in the electric field. The eel detects those changes with specialized receptors spread across its body. In a way, it creates a living map of everything around it. It's like having a built-in radar, except instead of sound or light, it uses electricity. This allows the eel to navigate, hunt, and avoid obstacles, even in complete darkness. But when it's time to hunt, everything changes. Instead of gentle electrical pulses, the eel unleashes a powerful burst of high-voltage electricity. The shock races through the water almost instantly. If a nearby fish is hiding among plants or buried in the mud, the electric pulse forces its muscles to contract involuntarily. The prey twitches, and in that tiny movement, it gives away its exact location. Scientists sometimes call this the eel's remote control ability. The eel doesn't need to see its prey. It makes the prey reveal itself. Once the target is exposed, the eel launches a second, much stronger electric attack. The intense shock overwhelms the prey's nervous system, causing complete muscle paralysis. Within seconds, the helpless animal is swallowed whole. And because fish can't chew, the meal disappears almost instantly. But hunting isn't the only reason the electric eel generates such enormous power. Its electricity also serves as a powerful defense. Large predators like caimans, river dolphins, and giant catfish think twice before attacking an electric eel. One powerful discharge can cause intense pain, muscle spasms, and enough confusion to convince most predators to back away. Sometimes, survival is all about having the strongest defense. But here's something even more surprising: the electric eel doesn't just shock from a distance. Sometimes, it gets up close, and the results are even more powerful. When threatened by a large predator, the eel has been observed rising vertically out of the water. Instead of staying underwater, it presses its chin directly against the attacker while the rest of its body remains submerged. Why? Because direct contact allows more of the electrical current to pass through the target instead of being lost in the surrounding water. In other words, the closer the contact, the stronger the shock. It's an incredibly effective survival strategy, and one that scientists only fully understood in recent years. You might think an animal that generates hundreds of volts would constantly electrocute itself. Surprisingly, it doesn't. The electric eel's body is specially designed to protect its own organs from the massive electrical discharges it creates. Its vital tissues are naturally insulated, allowing the electricity to travel outward toward its target instead of back through its own body. Nature has engineered a living power plant with built-in protection. But there's another challenge. How does an electric eel breathe? Unlike most fish, electric eels don't rely entirely on their gills. The oxygen levels in Amazon rivers are often extremely low. So the eel has evolved to breathe air. About every 5 to 10 minutes, it swims to the surface, takes a quick gulp of air, and returns underwater. In fact, most of its oxygen comes directly from the air, not the water. Without regular trips to the surface, the eel wouldn't survive. Scientists are fascinated by electric eels because their electrical system has inspired research in fields like neuroscience, robotics, and bio-inspired engineering. By studying how millions of tiny cells work together to create powerful electrical bursts, researchers hope to improve future technologies, from soft robots to advanced medical devices. Sometimes, nature solves engineering problems long before humans even recognize them. And the electric eel is one of the greatest examples of that. So, just how dangerous is an electric eel to humans? The answer might surprise you. Despite its incredible power, electric eels are not naturally aggressive toward people. Most encounters happen when someone accidentally steps too close or tries to catch one. In those moments, the eel may release one or several high-voltage shocks to defend itself. For a healthy adult, a single shock is usually not fatal. However, the experience can be extremely painful, causing muscle spasms, temporary numbness, and loss of control. The real danger comes from where the shock happens. If a swimmer is stunned in deep water, they could lose the ability to stay afloat, increasing the risk of drowning. That's why researchers and local guides always treat electric eels with great respect. For centuries, these mysterious fish were surrounded by myths and legends. Early explorers described creatures that could knock horses off their feet or send people running from the river. At the time, many believed the stories were exaggerated. Today, science has confirmed that the electric eel truly is one of the most extraordinary animals on Earth. It's a predator, a navigator, a self-defense expert, and a living biological battery, all in one. Even after decades of research, electric eels continue to surprise scientists. Researchers have discovered that different species can produce different levels of electricity, and we're still learning how these remarkable animals evolved such an advanced electrical system. Every new discovery reminds us that nature still holds countless secrets waiting to be uncovered. And perhaps that's the most amazing part of all. The next time someone says electricity belongs only in power plants, batteries, or lightning storms, remember the electric eel. An animal that transformed its own body into one of the most powerful natural generators on the planet. Hidden beneath the dark waters of the Amazon, it proves that reality can be far more incredible than fiction. If you enjoyed this journey into one of nature's most shocking creations, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss another amazing story from the natural world. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.